they're touching right now.
But there's
I see sound.
and a necklace.
Everyone, I see sound.
You see sound?
Alright, we're assuming
I'll stop talking about that then.
Woof, woof, woof. You think I can rock this bit?
How does it sound?
It's like a minute behind.
Okay, so you have to wait a minute.
Guess who fixed it? Me.
Let's hear it for our special guest.
Special guest!
Special guest, Gianna.
We're not gonna say your names until you guys acknowledge your names.
Gianna, would you care to introduce yourself, the hero that you are?
I'm Gianna the
Set
hero.
down before feedback.
That's it. So, okay. And then our other special guest, who seems to know a lot about rigor mortis.
Hey,
Weird
let's
amount.
not talk about that.
Where are the bodies? I'm gonna hold the microphone. Did you just put fish in the middle?
And
of
as
the-
always, I'm your host, Riley Brown.
Where the hell's Brian?
Who are you?
Yo, what
I'm
up?
protesting until Brian gets back.
Okay.
We're going on strike.
We're
Going on
a
strike.
We're having
quiet
a walkout.
protest.
It makes
We don't
sense.
even have the movie in the back.
Yeah,
We're not
because
allowed
there's
to.
nudity in it.
You can skip
Yeah,
that,
but
right?
we had
We
Turbo
have-
Kid playing.
There was a
on
lot
it,
of
and there was a
nudity.
lot of just
Isn't there
like
scene
Nudity.
What if we just
I
have
think
a
there was only
still
one
image
scene in
of
this
all of
movie.
the cats?
yeah.
Well,
Let's
Riley,
play My
it's
Little
the same
Pony back.
for
Yeah.
scenes.
My little
Okay, let's get on track, guys.
Yeah, alright, so let's bring it back to the movie. Alright, what did we watch? Because we watched a fantastic movie.
Well, as the title of it says,
Okay,
it's
you go first.
The Night of a Thousand Cats.
Night
There was
of-
only 100 cats, by the way.
There
That's
was
what
They
I
all
read as
are
well.
from my house.
Multiple nights and a couple days.
So it was a little misleading, would we say?
Entirely
Yes.
inaccurate.
False advertising.
That's
I would
fine.
I want a refund.
Oh, you didn't pay anything. Here, have some
I
money.
had it drive here.
Like Brian technically paid for it.
Well, this movie, although we picked it, both Brian and Kaylor strongly advised that we not watch it.
We should have listened.
No, I'm...
Ryan rated it 3 stars on Letterboxd.
It was on his couch. I
Yeah.
want to clarify, like
Out
it
in the
was
open
just
for us to
there,
pick.
so it's like I thought he put it there for a purpose.
He probably wanted to torture us.
It was
Yeah.
misleading. He set up a trap and we fell for it. That's all I'm saying.
Just like all those women in the
He
movie.
could have picked
Yeah.
something worse.
He flew in on a helicopter and just
could have
he
picked
got
close
us.
calls.
Our heads are in boxes now.
Close.
Special guest Louisa. Tell us what the movie was about.
Oh, well, there's this creepo. He's wearing like, I don't know, it's just really creepy, and he had a lot of rings on his fingers, and apparently they're all Mexicans, right? It's a Mexican film.
This was a Mexican film dubbed in English. We just thought it was really bad
They
acting.
cut out
Yep.
30 minutes for
It was probably all dialogue. We're theorizing it's probably all dialogue that they cut out.
Yeah, it was
Probably
interesting.
Because the English cut was 60 minutes and the original cut was like 90 minutes.
I really thought he was gonna try to take that child and feed it
There
to
was
the
a
cats. Like
There's
there's
100 cats.
Yeah, there was only about like 100 to 200 cats. Like they probably all came from my house, you know.
We counted.
Yeah. And
So, sorry, I was just gonna go over briefly what the plot of the movie
Yeah,
is.
I was about to do the same thing.
That's what I was trying to ask.
That's
Basically, there's this guy who is somewhat of a predator, and he flies around in a helicopter to find women, right?
Creep on them through their windows. in
yeah,
apartment
just
buildings.
find-
Which they like,
And the
apparently.
There's
These-
directly at them.
scenes and the aerial scenes when he's in the helicopter are about half the movie. So then he goes to this like monastery type place where he takes these women and
That
he
he
has like
inherited.
helpers there who are also very strange, but he also has allegedly 1,000 cats that he kills people and feeds them, but also has a room full of taxidermy with human heads. So that's about what the movie
But
is.
he also doesn't even really like the cats either.
I
Yeah,
know,
he's very mean to the
mean
cats.
to the
He throws a
cats.
cat.
Those poor meow meows.
He drowns his cats too.
Yeah,
It's not
before-
a very, it's not a
It
very
wasn't his
fun
cat.
film.
It was someone else's cat that he just straight up murders.
At one point, he just drowns a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No actual cats were harmed.
I think that they did put a cat in the pool though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
We saw it happen.
This is the 70s.
They-
Things were different.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it.
But then they gave it lots of treats after, and it was all better.
As they...
Unfortunately, as somebody who studied film, as you as well, right? back then they did use live animals, like as in Milo and Otis. They killed many animals
Like so
filming
many
that.
Western films with horses.
Yep.
Like, they'll literally like when you see them like people like the horses get shot, they'll just like put like a line and they'll trip the horses actually.
Yep.
So it
No.
wasn't until like a bunch of organizing. It's not funny. But many horses lost their lives.
Many animals have lost their lives in the production of these films, and it's not okay.
No, it's
messed
not,
up.
but just tripping the horse is kind of funny.
Yeah.
See, you're laughing.
Stop.
Face yourself in the
Way
camera.
So yeah, you can totally tell in old movies if they actually trip the horses or not because you can train horses to fall, but you can tell when a horse falls.
Oh,
I'd
there's
rather
that scene-
have like a somewhat bad acting horse than like actually tripping a horse.
Yeah.
There's that scene in the beginning where they're on like a romantic beachside horse ride, and they just straight up like
They just put them in the water.
ride the horses into the water, and even the horses are like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But like, no, you do what we tell you to. And they go in the water, and then they come back out. I'm like, what? Were they gonna swim across the ocean on horseback?
Well, what about that
Awesome
scene in
across the
Neverending Story where the horse is like getting stuck in the swamp?
But that wasn't real.
I would say,
I hope not.
I hope that
well,
wasn't
I
real.
don't know.
There was no animals
I
harmed
don't
in
know
the film.
because like obviously it's
I
like a
was-
swamp.
yeah.
It,
They
it was
always say
probably
that.
just water
But
and then
it says
they
it
made it
right
look
there. The
sticky.
internet says it right there.
It was probably
No
like
animals
a
were harmed.
like a set pool.
That's true,
kind of thing.
yeah.
I'm sure the horse was fairly
It's a dot word,
compensated.
so maybe I'll believe it, but at the same time, we don't know. It's from the 70s. The cat over.
But define harm.
No.
But cats always land on their feet.
Honestly,
Yeah.
no.
They
the
also said
throwing
that
was
about
a bit
Milo and
overdramatic.
Otis.
I don't
Yeah.
think he would have been able to throw the cat that hard.
Also, I think that was a fake cat.
I hope
No,
it
fake
was.
cat probably
You
took
could
time.
very much tell it was like green screened over or like composited over somehow because the cat was like also kind of see through.
Which part? When he pulled it into the pool?
No, when he
No,
just
the
throws
very
the
In the
cat.
very beginning,
That-
like
yeah,
shucks
no,
a cat, and that's
it
how we're
looks
introduced to
The
his
pool
1,000
though,
cats.
he did put the cat in the pool.
Yeah.
Like one of his cats gets out and he's just like,
But some cats like water, so maybe this cat likes water.
It was on
Like-
its resume. It's like, we'll do water scenes.
I like water too, but if you grab me by the neck and shove me into the water, I don't know.
That also happened in this movie. I don't remember the context, but yeah,
there
he
was a
drowned a
woman
dude.
drowned.
So basically, this guy, he picks, like, women,
Rich
takes
woman?
it, yeah, they seem to be rich.
Do we ever figure out why?
No, he's a psycho.
Well, we
That's
know,
the mystery, right?
We know
Rich
he
people
had a
blood is
lover
the best
that he
blood.
wanted to marry that his servant killed.
Yeah, so
Even
he
though he
has
said
this
no.
Igor-like
We
servant.
talk about that
There's
guy.
actually two of them.
Hashtag blame Dorm.
There's actually
Dorgo.
There's
Dorgo.
Dorgo and Torgo.
Stupid
There's actually
Dorgo.
two of
Freaking
them.
dork.
There's
There was a
Dorgo-
second one?
There's Dorgo and Torgo, and I only found that out
He just
because
looked
Are they identical? I only saw
One of them has a
Dorgo.
mustache.
Wait, there's Dorgo and Torgo?
yeah, I found out because I
There's
was on the
two?
I found out on the Does
Sounds
the
like an
Dog
insurance
Die,
company.
and it was like it was
Oh,
like a website.
Dorgo and
Yeah.
Torgo mutuals.
And we looked through and we found like the different themes and like tropes, and one
And
of
then
them
there's Quadra.
I don't remember what trope it was, but it was saying something about Dorgo, and it was like not to be confused with Torgo, and I was like Torgo. There's another
Wait,
one. So,
are we talking about the movie?
yeah.
Yeah, no,
There was two servants that we all missed, but yeah, there was two.
I
of them,
only saw
apparently.
Dorgo, because Dorgo was chasing her in
Torgo
slow-mo
was
with the
in
hedge
very
trimmers.
minutes,
Just
like, cut out.
clarifies
Actually,
what
wait,
this whole
'cause
movie
he
is.
does
Are we
push
talking
one of
about-
them into the cat.
That was
right?
Dorgo.
But are you sure that wasn't? Was
Then
Torgo?
why
in
is there not two heads in
Said,
there?
no, Dorgo, not this one. And then he this one. So,
I think that he did it. It was like a trophy thing. Like he had that whole trophy room and he had the heads and stuff in there.
He
Yeah.
did seem really happy after he did. Like he's
I mean, it's like
like
hunting, like, because it was a taxidermy room. So it's like, I guess, yeah, he's just a hunter. And his prey was women.
But at the same
Hey, I'm right
website
here.
that we were looking at, it said one of the tropes was the most dangerous game, which is like that hunting
Oh.
Yeah,
animal
because I had
story.
Yeah.
mentioned that, and Gianna was like, "Oh yeah, it mentions that too." So, have you guys heard of the Most Dangerous Game?
I think I read it.
I feel like it's a very popular like English
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it in
movie
elementary
book
school.
kind of thing, but it's basically a guy who's super rich in like a fancy museum house thing, kind of like this guy, and he lures people onto his property and basically hunts them, so they have to try and do his best. And he does this, and he hunts humans because he's hunted so many animals that it's lost its fun, because he did so many big game animals that
Humans are smart.
Yeah,
they
he was like-
come up with ways to not get murdered.
There's a lot of
Yes.
movies like that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously that's
Too
a
many.
common trope. So I feel like this is kind of that, like
They were
Less-
trying very hard to not die.
less interesting than the Most Dangerous
I
Game.
thought this was interesting.
But it still
In what way?
feels like a vague movie that English teachers would show you. Like,
Yes.
it's just, parts are still inappropriate for that, like the beginning, but
Yeah.
And the middle and the end.
So it's
The
not like
whole
that
thing
right
wasn't
now.
that cold.
doesn't like the Titanic movie, like the original one, like
Paint
show
me like
boobs
one
or
of your
something?
French girls.
Yeah.
Because I know we watched that in school too, so I guess a little bit.
Yeah,
is
that's
fine.
different though, I guess.
But I
That's
was
all
saying
right.
that like it's kind of weirdly seems like it would be something because maybe it has like a secret pretentious meaning
Mhm.
that we don't know that only the magical English teachers know.
I mean, like, I think it
It's
was.
actually a metaphor.
It's
Oh my
one
God.
big metaphor. I think at,
Wait
'cause
a
at the
sec.
very end, right, when the cats stage a coup, is the only way I
The
can put
cat
that.
stage a coup.
And
Cats get out.
he's about to kill
Again.
the lady who cheats on her husband and the kid, with the kid. She has a kid, and
that he took in his helicopter without
It's like
asking,
the
by the
fourth
way.
lady he's killed.
yeah,
Fifth-
I would say she's the
fifth
main
person?
target throughout the whole movie.
The
He's
child?
the, no, probably,
No, the child
but
lives, I think.
the child lives on.
Child's mom.
Girl gets away. But the cats attack. He's viciously clawed to death, and then the camera pans and very artistically shows all the heads in the trophy cases, and then through the empty one, which he always seems to have an empty one set out. You can
Makes
see
him-
him lying on the ground, and it's his head. So it's like,
Middle, yeah.
you know,
He's-
it's
And
like,
yeah.
you know, don't do bad things or else you'll die, kind of
By
message.
cats.
That was like the
Thousands of
most
them.
artistic part of the whole movie was just that one.
No.
No, the
There was-
golfing holes.
Yes, yeah, we all were like, yeah.
I
Okay,
missed
she
that
goes,
part.
yeah, so he's stalking this one girl, and by stalking I mean
I think
he's
they call it
literally,
a date. I think it's a date.
he's
or
on a
something.
loud motorcycle
It's not
right
a
across
date,
the
What?
dude.
Because like he's like
Oh.
waiting outside for like the husband to go away, and then they drive off, and they're both on the same golf course. She didn't get weirded out by it. She's just like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going?
That's a
It's a
good point.
dialogue.
Okay,
So
so
it's
I
for
thought
us to-
I thought he
wasn't a
was
date.
following her, and then he was like
It was
swooping in.
Yeah.
To be fair,
That
it's
was
probably
a
because
But
we
you're
checked
right.
out for about 5 minutes.
You're right though. He was probably because he was there so conspicuously. He
Yeah.
was on a motorcycle across the street, and then she like
He was
isn't
just
looking at
stood
him.
there.
He's just stalking her like prey, and then we see how they're actually angled up, and then she gets in her car and drives right past him.
Yeah, that
she doesn't
was
seem
not a
worried.
date.
She's not like looking over her. She's just looking in the rear view. And
Yeah,
like, oh,
maybe
he's
he was
there.
supposed to be there. Like they're gonna go off on a
Yeah.
secret date together.
That was not a secret date, bro.
I mean, look, this wasn't a good movie, but
But it was better than Close Calls.
much better.
10 times better than Close Calls.
Honestly, I hate to say this. I actually hated this movie worse than Close Calls.
Yay!
I rated this like a half star, and then Close Calls, maybe like 1.5.
But this one had a story.
Can I tell you that
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
named
and I hated
Mitchie
it.
Burger said laughing
It was a
about the
bad
horse
story, but
somehow.
so was Close Calls. So
Laughing
there's
about
not.
what?
I thought the horse
Maybe both
Lamau,
have Close Calls also have.
No, they
more,
said I'm
honestly,
out.
'cause the more I
Like,
talk
Oh.
about
bye.
it,
Like,
sorry.
Mitchie Burger.
yeah, Mitchie Burger.
Oh, it's probably Brian.
That's fine.
Brian, hey, you in the chat?
Brian.
Expose yourself.
Brian,
We
spam
have to wait.
in the chat. If
We have to
you're,
wait
if you're in
like
the
30
chat.
seconds for him to get it.
Look, one person said that this was worse than Close Calls, so like I don't really.
But
think I
but
need to
but
say
but
I
why?
haven't seen Close Calls.
I think that's a
so-
little
You don't
racist.
want to.
For the better.
For why? Oh,
I don't
because it's a Mexican film.
Yeah.
For the better.
Why not? Why don't you want to show me?
because
You want to watch it with your mom on, so there's no excuse.
Okay, yeah, but that was gonna be like
Uh-huh.
as a joke.
Oh, a joke.
Uh-huh.
It's not to joke around about, Hunter. I was
What do
right
you
It's a
back.
very
mean?
serious movie according to you.
No, I never said it was a serious. I never said it was a serious.
But you said it was a good movie.
I-
Okay. See, this
I-
happened too while we were watching the movie. We started talking about Close Calls. If you
Yes.
haven't seen it yet, go back and
Don't.
watch the Close Calls.
Don't.
No,
No,
don't.
No, not the movie. The
Alright.
podcast.
Do not watch the movie.
No, go watch the
Watch the
podcast.
movie. I
Watch-
shouldn't watch the
No,
movie.
no, watch the movie.
If you want to have me watch me have a mental episode
Okay, okay.
on live.
If you're by yourself, you can watch the movie.
No.
No.
Don't
Yes.
watch it by
No.
yourself.
If
Don't watch
you're
it by yourself, don't watch it
in your
alone,
room
don't
with
watch
the
it
doors closed. Go
with
right
people.
ahead.
Come on.
18 plus.
Okay,
Not
that-
suitable for
that's
work.
probably
and yet
bad.
here we were
Like-
watching it at work.
Well, you're at work. We don't work here.
Yeah, actually,
So,
it's
so
not.
if,
Volunteers.
if you're okay with watching pizza get absolutely wasted, then watch it. But
That-
otherwise, just don't.
I didn't see the
No.
pizza get wasted, but I'm upset.
She
No
put
pizza.
ranch on it and she dropped the
What
dang
happened to the
pizza and she
pizza?
didn't rate it.
It just like she
Dude,
just
it
poured
was
ranch
bad.
on it. She was
Her
about to
boobs
eat
got
it,
in
and
the
then
way.
she dropped.
All right, back to this movie.
All right, this
Oh,
one.
you almost got it right. You say back to the movie.
Okay.
Catch it on. Let's.
I have a lot
But
of
you
opinions.
said it was interesting, and I feel like when something's interesting, I want to keep watching it. And I left and finished my chalk mural and came back, and I knew the whole plot of the movie still.
It's the
No,
same
no, no,
plot
no.
4
Well,
times.
okay. It was a slow burn.
Yeah,
It was a slow
But it
burner.
wasn't a good
But
one.
also, like, if you took all the footage from this movie and re-edited it, it would probably be like 30 minutes long.
That
Yeah, that's true.
You saying it's a slow burner, I feel like that
It
is such a
was not.
stretch for this
It
movie.
felt
It is a
super
lie.
fast though. It was like an hour, and I was like, "Wow, it's already over." Maybe because nothing happened.
No,
We're
because it
also
had a
missing
story.
half hour
We knew
of
where
story.
it came to a
Well,
logical
like, what's
conclusion.
the
We could
big
make
reveal?
this-
Like,
that
what's
he
the
gets eaten by the cat.
It's not supposed to be.
Like,
It's
I
one
feel
of
like
the,
that's
it's like
kinda
a
like
it's like
that
a
happened.
Junji Ito thing. It's more about a situation than it is about like a big gotcha at the end. This is just
Yeah.
a
There's no plot twist.
situational, like what is it called? Exploratory film.
But they
Like
barely gave
But
us
character
a
study?
situation. Like,
But like someone's
There's a
being
half
it's kind of.
handled
Look, I didn't say it did a
time.
good job of doing this.
all right, maybe next week we watch the original
The
cut.
Spanish cut.
Yeah, maybe we're missing something.
Yeah.
So-
The 90-minute Spanish cut.
I kind of feel like this movie can be condensed into 5 or 10 minutes.
Literally.
Just
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Helicopter.
Yep.
I mean, yeah,
Helicopter,
I could see this
helicopter.
being like it was
Lady.
based on a short story. Has anyone
Showing
looked
her
it up? Is it
secrets?
based on some novella?
I was just gonna
Honestly,
say it
wait,
would probably
wait.
be better written, this story.
Wait.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Music
I got you.
video.
It's a
idea.
Goosebumps
We could do
episode.
this entire
at best.
movie
In 5 minutes.
as a music
You
video
literally could.
with no dialogue.
But what
Yes.
song? But what song?
No. Okay.
You are correct.
It doesn't matter what song.
Bro,
If you play
tell
it at a
me.
cat, you have to play it at a cat piano. If everyone knows what I'm
A cat
talking about.
Oh my god,
Dun,
the
dun,
cat
dun,
piano!
It's a piano that only has meows as the keys. And it's
Meow
it's
meow
loud.
meow meow
Yes.
meow 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 meow.
Maybe I will write a song about this
Let
movie
me
too.
Yeah, you
Oh.
write the song.
Honestly,
then we
like
download this movie and then splice it up like they did Compow, and we just make a condensed music video using this movie.
I bet this pairs with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon very well.
You know, we could try
It probably, yeah, for all the slow. Oh, I want to try that now. Dark Side of the Meow.
Dark side of
Right.
the yeah.
Yeah. No, give me the but-tis.
Wait, are
Did Brian lie to us? Is he not coming?
He's a
Not- not
dirty
even.
liar, and we miss him.
yeah.
No, we don't.
wait. Are you talking
Well,
about like
we
Dark
have
Side
this-
of the Moon that lines up with
The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz? yeah.
Allegedly.
But like the Dark Side of the
Allegedly.
Meow.
I don't know how because the movie is
I
twice
thought
as
it
long as
lined
the
up with
album.
Mall Cop.
You probably have to play it
Everything
twice,
went.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't. Why would you want to listen to that album twice in a row though?
I don't know.
For fun.
For fun.
For fun.
To make it line
You know,
up with
there's
the
a
movie.
there's a King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album
Mhm.
called Nonagon Infinity, and it's actually 8 tracks, which makes it weird that it's called Nonagon. But it's you play each song segs into the next one, and then the last song segs back into the first one, so it's an infinite album.
Perfect.
Interesting.
Have you heard about the song that never ends?
This is the song that
They
never
sound-
ends.
Don't do it.
Oh right, we don't have the rights.
So apparently,
You
I
can
feel
do
like
15
after-
seconds of a song without getting copyrighted.
Oh wait, we have to intentionally you see people do like "Sweet Child of Mine," the guitar riff, but they purposely play it
Back
wrong
to
so that they
the
can't play it.
Back to the movie.
Oh,
we have
okay.
educational bits of info.
so this movie goes by Blood Feast or La Noche de los Migatos, which is Spanish for Night of a Million.
That sounds less scary. That I thought it was gonna.
It sounds better in Spanish. It
Yeah.
would probably be a better film. Also, I butchered
See.
that, so
You actually did okay with the pronunciation.
I fucked up the mill.
It's okay.
But yeah, so it's also called Blood Feast,
Yeah.
which I could see.
I
Making
mean, you mean
more sense.
hamburger? It kind of looked
I
like
mean,
hamburger meat.
hamburger
Hamburger helper.
Fancy feast.
Fancy feast.
That would be perfect.
Can we make a PG version of
It got the
Fancy
full
Feast?
emphasis.
Yeah.
It's everything except
Also, its
the
budget
murdering.
in
He
1970s
just
was
hunts down rich women to help him feed his
$1,500.
cats.
Yeah.
He can't afford
Yeah. Okay.
cats.
That we need to talk about that. How its budget was so small, but like, dude, the locations,
time-
the helicopter,
the
like,
helicopter, the little girl.
In today's
her
like
time.
7 mansions.
for
So,
inflation
so
today,
I
it was
wanna say-
$10,000.
Yeah.
That's still kind of a micro budget.
I want to say
Yeah.
So you can make a movie.
I mean,
with less
if you
than
think
that,
about it,
but-
half of the movie was helicopter shots.
I'll
Helicopter,
probably build it the same
helicopter.
Yeah.
So I do want to say they probably have a lot of
really
connections
fast,
to budget everything like they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the filmmakers were rich, and those were
Maybe.
their
They just use
houses.
their own houses.
Yeah, like
So-
they had to have been donations. Like, I don't,
Is this like based after a true story then? I mean, like.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
I worked on a movie with a very similar budget, and we were able to rent like 2 different houses, I think. So like, an apartment and then a house, and different some other establishments, but I don't know if they rented those out. I'm not sure of the logistics, but I know that they rented some of the houses. So, I mean, it makes sense they had a couple locations and a lot of different outside locations, but some of those outline locations, it was always by a pool, so, like, maybe they reused that same pool for, like, 2 different ladies. It
You
kinda
think they were
looked
friends
like
with the people who made that movie
Yeah.
about that guy who just swims in pools for the whole movie?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
Did
the
you guys
swimmer?
watch that yet?
Not
No.
yet.
Wait, what? What is it?
It's a movie about a guy who goes swimming across, like, the way it's been described to me is it's one of those estates where everyone has a pool, you know, like just houses and houses and houses of pools, and it's this dude's like lifelong mission to swim
It's like
from one end to the
swimming
other.
To get back
Yeah,
to his
I messed it up.
house while
Wow.
doing that.
I think we
but
should
then,
watch
like,
that.
Sounds like Forrest
progressively,
Gump,
like,
but, like,
they
Yeah,
start
Forrest
to,
Gump
like,
was
sound
swimming.
weird of
What
what
is
they're
Blood
saying,
Feast?
being like,
So,
why are you back? Why
it's
are you back?
this
here?
weird
Like,
twisted
this-
film where somebody just feeds people to other people. But it was based off of that.
Oh, so
Oh,
instead of
so
feeding
it's
But
a
instead of
spoof.
people, it's cats.
So we just watched a spoof.
We watched a spoof of like.
Oh,
the
I gave a
first-
good review to a
Dang
spoof
it.
movie. Jeez.
Dang
Was
it.
it?
And close calls
Apparently.
on budget.
So the original was just a dude feeding people to other people, I guess. And it was like the first.
The menu.
Yeah, psychopathic.
Yeah.
1963.
Yeah, 63, and this one was 72. So
I see. For the 70s, the music, like
it's very.
that wasn't a sentence. Okay, this
Nice job.
this reminds
I
me
really
of
like the
the
music.
a 50s version of A Christmas Carol. The camera
Yeah.
quality, the music
Yeah.
score,
The
the
Reused
The
shots.
cats.
yeah, like
The
Well,
I thought this was an
shots.
earlier movie, but it was in the 70s. I guess all the budget went into that
Oh,
helicopter and not the
I know
camera
you
equipment.
like this. Doesn't have the same quality camera, but less sitcom-y, but it has a similar feel to MASH.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
I feel that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was just it was a grainier mash.
I think we need to talk about the acquisition of the cats a little bit because allegedly there was 1,000, but we know that's not true.
But also-
according
No.
to
100.
research.
If he killed that one cat, which was supposedly was that after? How did he get the cat?
The drowning cat.
Did he collect the cat? Like obviously they
I
could
don't
like
even know.
Unexplained.
multiply,
I don't know.
but also like
You mean
if he
breed.
hates cats, which he seems to hate cats, then why does he?
Maybe that's why he feeds people to cats, because it's like
I think he loves them, honestly. I think he loves them a lot. I think the reason why,
it's tough love.
you know, that he can't touch them is because he doesn't want to get eaten.
He's allergic.
But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe
Maybe
that's why
he's
he was like,
allergic, yeah.
"Oh, I gotta throw this thing back. Is it
That's
just
why
gonna eat
they're
it?"
in a glass box. Yeah.
So maybe he's allergic.
Maybe he's allergic and he loves them
They
a
were
lot
in a
and
glass.
he
The
doesn't want to
cats?
get
No, they were
eaten.
behind a chain link fence.
Chain link
Oh,
fence,
kind of
yeah.
look like a glass box. My bad.
No.
I think they ate him at the end
Sensing
because he was
his
their
injury,
like
the cats
captor.
gang up.
Oh, I think
no,
they just
because
know they had a
send
taste
him
for
on
mammal
finish
flesh.
him off.
Mammal
It's
flesh.
because of the blood.
If you watch Arrested
Yeah.
Development,
Because he's bleeding.
Yeah.
That's why the cats eat him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the girl throws a wine glass, a comically large wine glass. at
oh
his
yeah,
chair.
we need to talk about that also.
Oh yeah,
No,
the wine glass
she
cuts.
smashed
I
him
don't
in
know
his
what
face.
The wine glasses were like the goblet of fire sized.
They just
Yeah.
got bigger
They just-
and bigger and bigger.
I'd like to
It
point
looked
out the
like-
wiki says that the heads were pickled.
That's the, yeah, okay, that's the
Pickled.
politically correct term.
The politically,
The politically
right.
correct term
So they were
for
struck and
real
they were
heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They weren't. Yeah,
So
they
just
pickled
none
the
of the
heads
Yeah.
instead of preserving them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
isn't
just
pickling
don't
a
think
type of
that-
preserving?
Yeah, kinda.
Back to the movie.
When someone says pickling, it's like I'm gonna eat it.
You're making me hungry.
I'm gonna eat it. No, I just don't think that the cats could have been like ethically sourced because you can't really like in the kind of situation they had them in, you wouldn't be able to go to like an animal
See,
shelter and say,
I'm
hey,
trying to.
can I
Oh,
have
why
some?
not?
But so they probably set up some traps and got them.
I mean, it wouldn't be
And it's
that hard.
Mexico, so-
Yeah, it's Mexico. They
Yeah.
took all over.
Hey, I mean, when your budget's $15,000, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well,
1,500.
maybe, hopefully, that they
Yeah,
all
that's
got
what I
adopted.
$1,500.
Yeah, isn't it? Oh, 50, yeah,
1,500. Not
1,500.
$50,000.
$1,500. You could.
Can we
Which is
please?
10K in our.
That's like if
inflation.
like liberally you said a cat was like okay $5 a cat, you know. No, it'd be $1 a cat. Then you'd hit
$5
1,000.
a cat.
$1 a cat gets you 1,000. Then you have what 500 for the helicopter?
Just
Like
for
I don't
helicopter,
think so.
So can we please talk about the women and how some of them didn't even like try? They like the first one didn't even freaking try. Like she barely tried to run away. He grabs her, strangles her to death, and then she falls on the ground, and that's that. And then she's just dead within like 30 seconds of choking.
It wasn't even 30 seconds. It was
What?
like 10.
Yeah. And then the second woman, she tried a little harder. Like she starts swimming and things like that. But like she could have, easily pretended to be drowned under the water and swam away like a fish. You know what I mean? And just be like, bye, sayonara, like, adios.
Running
I feel
on
like
the
he would've
land and not
dragged
have
her
jumped
away.
into the water.
Like his,
Well, at first, I would just pretend like I was floating, and then when he turns around for a second, I'd start swimming really fast, just to get away. But then the third woman, yes, I love that woman.
You mean
Because,
the one who cheats on her husband?
no,
Yes.
only because she started throwing punches. I mean, she's a bad bitch. I mean, sorry, excuse my language, but she is bad because, you know, yeah, she's getting what she
She gave it
needs.
her all. She tried.
She got
I
it.
give her 5 stars.
She started fisting him in the
Perfect form.
face, and she threw that goblet at his face, smashed it down the side of and then the cats got him.
Technically, she won.
But how did the cats get out?
So
Actually,
he threw this like halberd
It was
and
a
it
trident.
went
Like a
into
trident,
the
and like it
chain-link
broke
fence.
open the fence.
I mean, those cats are liquid. They're
Yeah, as long as there's like a tiny hole, cats can get
I feel
out.
like they could have gotten out beforehand.
Probably.
well, didn't the one
Yeah.
get
Chick
out at
looks
the
like this
beginning,
big.
and then he threw it back in? And
Yeah.
that's so. How did that one get out? I guess cats just sometimes get out.
Sometimes
Yeah.
get out.
I
Fish
blame
do.
But the thing
Dorgo.
about her cheating
Yeah,
on her
Dorgo
husband,
probably left the door open.
Yeah,
Damn it, Dorgo.
Damn it,
I'm not doing
Dorgo.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, so I'm not mad at her about cheating on her husband. I'm not mad about the cheating on her husband because he was literally baiting her and took her child at one point up in the helicopter and was
She
trying to
did
show
not care.
she did
I
not
think
care.
she enjoyed it.
She didn't enjoy it. She's probably bored with her life, and I get that that's really messed up. It's really messed up. But at the same time, he was baiting the crap out of her at the golf course, right? Same woman?
Yeah,
At the
yeah, that was golf course
at,
lady.
At the girl, the helicopter, like there was like so many instances where he kept just trying and trying and trying, and she just kept leaving and leaving and leaving and like trying to leave it alone. But she probably just gave in to this guy because he was harassing her, literally harassing her. So I'm not super mad at her, but I'm also like, yeah, that wasn't the right decision to cheat on your husband. But at the same time, it was never known that that man was actually her husband. It was never told. Like, it could have been
There was
anybody.
another guy
Doesn't-
trying to
you don't
kidnap her
deserve
for
death for that.
cat-related things.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
do
wouldn't
not
be
deserve
surprised.
I
death
wouldn't
for
be
cheating.
either. The other 30 minutes is him in a cat room.
Yep.
I mean, like, so there were kind of like 4 major, I guess, female characters in this. There was the one in the very beginning. So I guess that's the first victim, kind of just an
Wasn't thinking
exposition to his methods or whatever. Then there was
The one with the pretty eyes.
Yeah, the
Who?
first one with the pretty
the
eyes.
first one had pretty eyes.
They zoomed in on
The
her
blonde
face
one.
really hard.
Oh, okay.
They zoom in on everybody's face pretty hard
Yeah.
at one point.
Even
No,
the cats.
no.
And
Where
the-
are you
and
going?
the-
Taxidermy.
What's
Where-
wrong?
Where are you going?
What's the
What's
matter?
wrong?
Oh yeah, another similarity to this
I
in
have a
Close
headache.
Calls was the
Bad acting. But it was
the
dubbed, so how do we
taxidermy-
know?
Well, one of the similarities between this and Close Calls was the taxidermy close-ups during intercourse.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the taxidermy. Oh,
Whoa!
yeah, that was a little strange.
Taxidermy!
It was so
There
similar. It
I mean,
was so similar.
For the 70s, I feel like that was their attempt at, not to get graphic with you kids, but like to like visually show like an orgasm, because like it would be really frantic, it would be pulling in, and then there was this one shot where it would blur, and that was kind of like a release.
I thought we
That
were talking
didn't
about
seem like an
taxidermy.
orgasm.
Yeah.
We are.
Taxidermy is
I do not.
take it
No,
very seriously.
I do not agree with you on the orgasming.
No, I'm sure that that's what they
I
tried to
have
do.
Yeah,
never
that's
felt
what I-
more feeling than when
No.
taxidermy is
So-
shown.
We're just zooming on taxidermy, right?
It's a stiff
Mentally?
one.
It's-
Oh God.
So what I feel when they did the taxidermy is more like a primal sense, I guess.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like
like-
Makes sense.
He's
it's like what
a-
other reason is there to
Huh?
show
Which
the?
makes it.
Well,
Yeah, it was the build up. It
well,
was
here's what I think.
it was
about
tension,
Well,
and then
what
it
do
was a
you think
release.
It was in Close Calls, just supposed to be weird.
Bad, yeah.
I think it's supposed to be
What do you
it.
mean?
I
It's
think
symbolic.
Well,
Okay, what's
On
it
the-
symbolic of?
I'm
Hunter?
joking.
Hunter,
I'm
go.
fucking
Hunter,
joking.
Hunter, you said it. Go.
I'm
Go
jo-
on.
I-
What did you know?
It's
See
symbolic
what?
because of what Riley
You're lying.
just said, what he thought it meant.
Please no.
No!
Oh my god.
Oh.
He's here!
We have all these
It's
things.
good, Mike. You can start playing music now. We're good.
Also,
The actual.
Hey,
you
Mike.
gotta switch the camera because last time we totally,
It's on him.
we totally missed Kaylor. Kaylor wasn't even in the shot at all.
I tried. Try again. We
So-
got him this
I've
time.
been out all night trying to catch cats.
First sequel.
I've only got like 340, but they'll be here in a
Well,
second.
that's like double what they had for
They're
this
not
movie,
happy.
so you're good.
They're not.
But that's his review. There's about 350 top.
There's
Shoot,
actually a litter
on-screen
of cats
cat
near my
stuff.
house.
No,
that was
I-
just
we
born.
heard-
They confirmed that there's only like 100.
Does anyone
Oh.
want a feral cat? Because there's actually a
could be
litter
right.
that was just born near my house.
Yes, Corinne.
The board recognizes
What
Corinne.
is your what is your rating? Do
Yeah,
you think
good-
it's still the same
You've
as
seen
what it
this
was
one.
in Letterboxd?
Oh, what did I give it on
3
Letterboxd?
stars.
3?
I give it a 3 too.
Did you watch the
Okay.
original, like the 90-minute version, and not just the hour-long
You gave
one?
it
I'm not sure. I was surprised how quick you guys finished the movie, so maybe I watched a longer.
You gave it a 3 and you liked it. You put a little heart by it.
Because there's a half hour that we missed.
Really? Okay.
Oh wait, to finish or to add to our conversation before, we were talking about why they zoomed in on the taxidermy at the end of the
Riley,
sex scene.
cut
It
to
was,
Ryan.
it was similar to Close Calls. It was like exactly like it was taxidermy and intercourse. Like what? 2 movies.
I think because on that
In a
tropes
row.
website again, it said that
weird.
one of the tropes is taxidermy is weird or something. So I think that it goes to show that
It's just weird.
while they're making love or whatever you want to call it, something off is going on, and I think that was the point.
To show that
I
things
agree
are
with
watching
you.
it happen.
I do not
I-
think it's
That makes
anything
sense.
about orgasming at all.
All right, since we're talking about sex, do you think this guy likes head or pussy more?
I was told not to cuss on this podcast.
Did you make sure that kids cannot
fucking do
watch
whatever you
this?
He
want.
likes heads, right?
This is
How
not
long-
safe
You did.
for work
You did.
anymore.
You did collect
How long
heads.
did it take you to
What?
come
How
up
long
with
have you been
that?
sitting on that one?
The whole time you guys. I'm like, someone's gonna say it. I'm driving. Someone's gonna say it.
The look on your
No one better
face just
say it.
then was really scary.
Yeah, Ryan, here's a new person.
Oh well.
You know the person I was
Like that.
commenting on last week's? This is the person in flesh.
Hola.
Oh.
I'm Luisa.
Wow.
From
You came here from
Italy?
Italy?
Oh my god!
That is impressive.
I contacted them. I
You
got them.
destroyed it.
Sorry, Mike.
Brian,
Ruining
you
your back.
ruined
Boo.
everything. Get out of here.
Well, he's supposed to be over
Well, the
there.
T-Rex ruined it last time.
Okay.
I
Spider-Man
literally
doesn't
said
laugh.
where
It
I
wasn't the
live
T-Rex. It was Spider-Man.
in
Oh,
the
sorry,
You
comments.
did dox
I'm
yourself.
sorry. I'm
Hunter,
sorry.
it wasn't. It was Spider-Man.
No, T-Rex.
Huh?
T-Rex destroyed
Oh,
the
did it
set.
get destroyed?
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
just
did
kidnapped
destroy
Gina.
it.
Spider-Man kidnapped
Right,
me.
so we have 9 minutes left. Should we?
Final
Any-
rating.
anything
It
else?
was
the-
such a short.
The
movie,
last
it's
thing
like
I
we
wanted
have
to say
nothing else
was
say.
that about the 4 women, because those are the only other main characters, I guess. And we kind of, I don't know if
The
they
cats.
symbolize something, but like the character does have an arc. Like the main character, he's not like a motive-less killer. Like he has that tragic backstory, like
But
Dr.
I think
Heinz
he was probably
Doofenshmirtz.
still a killer at that
What?
point.
I
It
think
seems
he's
like
just a Jeffrey Dahmer at this point.
Oh, do you want me to make a Wolf of Wall Street comparison again? What do you want? From
Yes.
He's a literal
That's your
Jeffrey
trope.
Dahmer. He has trophies.
Yeah,
I think he was killing before that, because
but there were 4. There were 4 women. There was the one in the beginning who shows for the audience to show what he does to women.
Yes.
There was the wife with the daughter who there was like its own like side story of him trying to get her, but she kept being elusive. He was like trying to go through her child. He was trying to blah blah blah. There was the phone number lady. Apparently, this is the symbol for making a call me back in the olden days. I don't know.
Maybe.
This is it, but they were doing this. And then
Yeah.
Oh, it was a crank
You did
phone?
it better.
Yeah.
You did it better showing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
and then there was was there another woman? Yeah, there was the
girl.
flashback.
Because now it's
Flashback
like this.
lady.
Flashback.
So there were 4 ladies.
Yeah.
And the doctor.
Yeah, the
Doctor
weird thing
and-
is,
But with the flashback lady, it doesn't show why
Dorgo.
he's killing.
Opinion
her.
on Dorgo?
He's-
But it shows that he had no. I think that's
He was
better
his
than an
apprentice.
origin
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
It's
He
more
was
interesting.
the
Wow,
inherited-
I'm trying to make a
Wait,
good
don't
point here.
forget Torgo.
You guys
Oh,
are
yeah,
talking
Dorgo.
too much.
Well, he
It's-
just showed up, and we have like 8 minutes left.
No, I mean like over each other.
The backstory wasn't
I'm
like
sorry.
the backstory wasn't like an origin story. That's been done before. This was a tale of how he almost
That's
stopped
been
becoming
done
a killer, and then it didn't make sense why that didn't pan out.
Yeah,
but it was
'cause
still a good
Dorgo-
attempt at that. Yeah,
Dorgo doesn't
freaking
know how to listen.
he said no, Dorgo, not this one, but Dorgo did it. Dorgo.
I think
Dorgo
Dorgo
said-
had a crush.
We don't like Dorgo.
I'm surprised you
On-
followed that.
I seriously had no clue.
I
Wait,
didn't understand.
Isn't his
that.
name Hugo?
No,
That's
it
the
was,
main guy.
it was
The main
Dorgo.
guy. I know.
Dorgo is
The main guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Hugo, Dorgo, and Torgo.
Yeah, so I think
Crane
that
has her hand up.
Dorgo had a crush on Hugo, and he was like, "Yo, I can't have my opportunities being taken away from me."
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe it is June.
Brian, do you know if there was two of them? Because apparently on the internet there's Dorgo and Torgo.
I'm gonna just
I
go
think
with
so.
the cast.
None
barely
of us
knows who
realized
we're
that there was
talking
two,
about.
but I think there. I
Because they
think
look
there's
the
two.
same, but one has a mustache.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Could they be brothers or
Maybe.
twins?
One of
Could
them
be the
had a
same
cross on.
actor.
The other one didn't
I'm
have a
guessing
cross.
so. Just he shaved, and they're like, "Shit, we need a new."
Pretty.
character."
I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the heads at the end, they look pretty
Yeah,
similar.
it's-
One just is like
No, the
taller.
mustache, that was the doctor in the head.
I didn't even know there was a doctor.
So according to the cast, there's only Dorgo.
Yeah, this is only Dorgo.
Then what was
There's
the,
no
is
other
there a
character.
reference?
It's-
Is there
Maybe the
another-
doctor's name was
Probably a
Torgo.
reference to
Maybe the doctor's name was
Torgo is the
Torgo.
sidekick in Manos Hands of Fate.
Maybe that's what they were referencing.
Maybe.
So there's
It's
no
considered the worst
Torgo.
movie of all
Okay,
time.
in our last few minutes,
So Dorgo.
final ratings, because we only have a couple minutes.
I
Um,
give it
starting.
300 cats
Out of 1,000.
Out of
out of
those-
1,000.
Are we doing this out of 1,000?
Yeah, that's
cats?
a good out of 1,000
Okay,
cats.
out of 1,000 cats.
Okay,
Carry the two.
what?
Don't worry about it.
So
I'd
one,
say
two,
5
100
dogs out of 1,000 cats.
100 cats out of 1,000 cats.
Wow.
Like
That's
two-
not
That's
a lot.
not a lot of
I know.
cats.
like two.
That'd be
Sounds
great.
like wow.
Wait, so yours is a 1.5 star.
I didn't know we were actually going down.
Oh well, I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
So
We're gonna
like,
be cats.
if we're going
Yes.
based off of how many cats they actually had, 150 cats, but it's like 200 cats at most. Cause
So 100% for you?
No, 200 cats out of 1,000.
200 cats is 1 star.
Yeah, so like, if we had the missing 30 minutes, probably better.
I took your thing with
600 cats.
600.
Yeah, 600
This is
cats.
a 3. This was a
That-
3.
That's what it is.
What was your rating for
round
close calls? I just want to know.
Half a star. So
1,000
100
cats.
cats.
Okay.
Wow.
I'd have to say 750.
Yeah.
Out of
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Really?
I mean, this
Only-
was your pick. We
Yeah,
watched
it's
this
probably
movie.
because it's my pick.
Brian
But
left it on the couch.
No, I did.
It was straight up just on the couch when we walked into
I
the room.
put it there.
No, it was him.
It's more
No,
fun
it
if we.
wasn't.
It's
Nah.
more fun if we pretend he put it there as a trap. You
Yeah.
can blame him.
It's a
This
trap.
movie went up
Cat
against
trap.
Spider-Man 2, by the way.
You chose a disc that had 3 movies on it, and they were
Yeah.
all Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We could have
Spider-Man's-
watched all 3 of them.
No, we couldn't.
We could have watched Spider-Man 2.
Because
Darkman 2.
I can't disagree.
we need to watch Darkman too.
We do,
No.
yes.
I
Oh,
don't
I
want to, though.
I even told you this
Feel like
like
you
2
should.
days ago. Like I was hoping everybody would forget
I'll
about
watch
those.
Nope.
Nobody's forgetting about
Don't forget
Darkman 2,
about Darkman. No.
ever. Hunter.
I still haven't
Saying
seen
it now,
Darkman
so that
1.
way the internet knows.
So I'm
we
gonna
can-
You know,
say-
watch Close Calls.
Yeah, Mike, how many cats?
400.
So 2
2
stars.
stars.
I think I'll go with 450, which is 2.5 stars. And I only give him the half star there because I think that it passes the Bechdel test, which is shocking to me about how bad this movie was.
What's the Bechdel test?
It's how do you even explain it? It's like if
Were there 2 women?
there were
talking?
4,
Okay.
But
No,
they-
true.
But like no one talked though.
but they were
Okay.
integral to the plot.
How many female cats were there?
I
That's
can't
true.
tell
There was
you.
a lot of female cats.
I'd like to
There's
change
a-
my rating.
It could have been any.
There's a
they
joke
didn't
to be
have
made here,
women,
but
probably.
I'm
Oh,
changing my
yeah.
rating to 600 stars. I'm not saying 600 cats.
6.
This movie's 600.
Wait, so you're
I
saying
think we're
600?
having a stroke now.
600 cats out of 1,000 cats because the helicopter scenes are just a little too long for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of helicopters.
That was a good.
They paid a lot of
15
money for
minutes
that.
of
They
that.
wanted to get their money. Back.
Exactly.
$1,000 for the helicopter.
The rest of it was $500 for the set.
Talk
No,
about
for the
picking up women.
No.
And children.
No.
He did.
There was a child.
No, not worth it.
Respect, Mike. Respect.
But Brian, we were saying that like if we took the raw footage from this movie and edited it to like make sense and not have like
You could
15-minute long scenes
Yeah,
of
I think
nothing,
you-
it would be very short.
You weren't here
Yeah.
when I mentioned it, but I was saying, honestly, you could make a concise music video with this plot. You like 3 minutes.
Don't give that to the public. Keep that to yourself.
Let's
That's
see
our
it,
music
internet.
video.
I'm challenging you.
Some metal music.
This might be in the public domain. I don't.
We
At
could,
this point,
honestly.
yeah.
Let's do it. If it's good, that's our music video idea.
Okay.
We've
Okay,
been
I
looking
want
for one.
I want to know because you're the only other one here that agrees with like close calls and stuff, and it's been mentioned an abundance amount of times tonight. Do you
Okay.
think that this was worse than close calls?
Worse than close calls?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
What?
it's worse than
Okay.
close calls.
Why?
We're missing.
We
a
already
half
had
hour
the conversation about
Yeah.
close
No,
calls.
I just
Yeah.
literally just wanted that. I just wanted to hear that.
He's looking for small victories.
Okay.
Hey, Corinne said it
No
too.
more
So
yelling.
Corinne said it too.
He's fishing for close calls to be better than something.
Yep.
Catfishing.
What do you mean? It's better than it's better than the new Spider-Man.
Keep going.
The internet will tear you apart
I'm
for
still
that one.
going to
Go
your
for
report.
it,
Still
Marjorie.
confused
All right.
about why Close Calls is
Better.
higher than Spider-Man.
It
I
is.
don't understand.
It's
Still
not.
Oh, he has close calls higher than Spider.
Yes.
I have
Apparently.
Close Calls at 4. I have the new one at 3.5. I have the first
Oh, this has
Spider-Man
been
at
back to
4.5.
the
Hunter.
This has been back to the
Okay.
Holding my laundry.
All I have to say is,
Oh, I've seen it.
That's
I
not
hate
bad.
cats. Have a good night, everyone. Mike, play us out.
Mia.
You hate
It's
cats?
the same as Close Calls.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
I'm just gonna go do pull my laundry.
Anyway, one drowned cat out of 1,000.
Leaves on.
It is.
You only food contest for by
I think the
name.
stream ended.
No, I'm